It says live now.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Wendy McDonald from CompassionateSolutions.ca with my colleague Casey Berard.
From
Casey, do you want to introduce yourself?
mindfulhealth.ca.
Oh, good. I was just going to
Yeah,
ask you, do you want to introduce yourself?
sure. I'm Casey Berard from mindfulhealth.ca. It's so fun to be talking with you. So I was
Yeah,
thinking it would
likewise.
be fun to ask you a parenting question because you're kind of my parenting mentor and guru and the person I go to when I'm challenged. And
Aw.
yeah, maybe you could remind me how to keep the ambivalence out of my voice so I can be a good leader in my family.
Sure. Well, I think let's define ambivalence, right?
Okay.
Because, and what happens so that people, anybody who's watching this kind of knows what that is. Because I know
Yeah.
you and I have chatted about it for a long, long time. But one
Yes,
of
we've
the
got a lot
things,
of background. You've called me on it
exactly.
more than once.
And the cool thing is my husband calls me on it a lot too. We call each other on it, which is awesome. Whenever we have ambivalence in our voice, we're torn between two things. So we're not really sure about what we want, and that's coming through in our voice. And so what it invites our children to do is to ask us, so what do you mean by that? And of course, they may not be quite so polite about it. They might start saying to us, all sorts of things like they hate us, or they might get really irritated at us because they're, you're not very helpful, mommy, or stop doing what you're doing. I just want this. Those are the ways that our kids tell us that we're being ambivalent. So if we can use that feedback to get a lot clearer about where we're coming from and make a very clear request to them, it helps them.
Do what we want them to do. The example I'm remembering is I was standing at your front door. I was completely exhausted. I think I'd been sick. And I said to my kids, okay, let's get our clothes on and get going, or something like that. And I can't remember what my intonation was, but you kind of looked at me and were like, I'm
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
ambivalent.
Well, it's funny because actually what I remember is actually what you're saying right now is pretty clear. Let's get our coat on, let's get going is pretty clear, and that's not ambivalent at all.
I've been
Um,
practicing.
yeah, I can tell. That's great. I think mostly what I hear from parents, and I hear it in my own voice too when I'm really tired, and to be honest with you, I don't really want to get out of the house. All I want to do is crawl into bed with a good book. And so what comes out of my mouth is something like, can we get our coat on and leave the house, please? Now, can we do this nicely? Um, yeah, can we do this without fighting?
Yeah, yeah, I've said that absolutely.
Exactly, which invites a no, right? It invites our kids to say, no, actually, I'd rather not go out of the house.
Yeah,
I'd rather crawl into bed with a good book.
yeah. Or finish my Lego or the video or whatever's going on.
Exactly,
Yeah, because
exactly.
we all would. It's not just kids.
Totally. So that helps us to define ambivalence a little bit. So specifically, what would you like to know about ambivalence and
Well, I think it was
becoming
the
a lot
tone
more
in
clear?
the tone in my voice that you helped me become aware of was just, it was something about me going up high on the end of my statement, or that my
Yeah,
tone was high, which was bringing in to sort of a questioning. It gave room for the people I was wanting to move with me, gave them room to have freedom, or that this might not happen if they push.
exactly. Whenever we end a sentence with our voice going up, it
Hmm.
sounds like a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Can we
it
put our clothes on
invites,
now? Now or now? Or now? Like, can we do it now, please? How many times? I've heard that so many times.
it's so
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
It's so true. And it's a simple matter of changing our inflection and making it a statement or an invitation rather than making it a question, which opens up for debate, negotiation, and empathy, and all sorts of stuff that you may not have any time for at that moment.
no, I didn't. I was tired and needed to go, and yeah, thought just getting to the car and home would be challenging. So yeah,
Cool. Well, I think that's helpful for a lot of parents to remember. And I think when you say, how can you become a better leader, it's about stepping into that position of leadership and saying, I'm going to help you get out the door. And you might even say, what do I need to do or what kind of help can I offer you to get you out of the door in the next
yeah,
2 minutes?
And you offered me a bit of empathy, and then I now offer it to myself. Why am I not being a leader? Because I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I want them to just do this out of the goodness of their heart,
Of course.
right? And now I go, okay, Casey, okay, take a deep breath. What do you need them to do? You need them to get their coats on and out the door. Period.
Right.
That's just done. No matter how tired we are, no matter how sick we are, no matter how late we are, we just need to keep our dignity intact, which is another video, and get it done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. And I would say that probably what you're also doing is connecting to the reason why you want to get outside. What's important about that, right?
Yes. And that night it was because I was sick and tired and I knew I wasn't going to be able to crash on your couch. I needed to crash on my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get us home safely and with
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
in a way that's keeping the end in mind. So as parents, that's us stepping up as leaders and as adults and saying, okay, this is what's important. I know this is going to be really hard, but I can take a deep breath and I'll get us there.
And you know what? The moment I did, it was so much smoother and so much easier. And the kids just went, oh, right, like code on. It was like a miracle happened.
Yeah.
Just that little shift in me have given myself a little bit of empathy and the flatness in my tone or the clarity in my tone. It was a miracle.
Aw.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, good tip. Okay, I gotta go now.
Okay, thank you
I'm
so
glad you
much for your
squished in that
time.
little tip and much love and yay.
Me
Glad to hear.
too. Thank you. Talk to you later.
Bye.